What's up, Tyrone? How you doing, man? A little feedback there. Hang on. Mute. I'm natural right now. EP. I've dabbled in the past, but right now, for the past over a year, I've been free and clear, man. Doing it the hard way. I mean, it could potentially. It definitely can have uh, some effects on your ability to control your emotions. Um, but I mean, if you're naturally an anxious person or naturally you have a hard time controlling your emotions, it's going to exacerbate that. What's up, AD? How's it going, man? I'll be honest. I think we're going to probably, if I had to guess what we're going to do today, I would think that we're going to rebalance this massive move up that we had on Friday. But we're just going to wait and see, take what price gives us, and react accordingly. Be patient. Got a lot of good news this week. I tried to take a stab at a pre-market long off of a 15-minute inversion. Uh, I cut the trade pretty quickly, though. I mean, not quickly enough. Obviously, I took a little bit of a loss, but not too big. Thought we were going to try to take out these highs before going lower. What's up, Aaliyah? How's it going? Appreciate those likes. Hi, hello, konnichiwa. Chipotle CMG. Good morning from AZ. Good morning. It's early for you out there, isn't it? 6 a.m. Or is it 7 a.m.? Are you 2 hours or 3 hours behind? 6 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have some news to trade later in the week. Thursday and Friday, I think, are going to be the best days. There's a little bit going on today. Typically, I don't trade on Mondays if there's no news, but we got, new home sales at 10 a.m. So we're going to keep sizing. I'm going to keep my sizing small here and just wait for a good setup. Hi, Bald Twin. What's up, man? Real Estate Cozy, you trade options? Is that what you're doing over there? Bruh. What's up, bruh? I'm sticking with micros. Yeah. This trade that I took pre-market was 3 micros. Um, yeah, it wasn't really. I thought we were gonna, once the gaps filled it. We had an inversion here. We had a sweep. Then we had a 5-minute right in here. We a bearish 5-minute that got inverted. I longed it on the retouch, and then obviously it failed. I cut the trade like around here. So took a little bit of an L on that. Was hoping to target this buy side, at least these highs, this swing high here, but the market had other plans. Appreciate those follows. Appreciate that. Do I think we take data lows? I think we're rebalancing this move here. I don't know how much lower beyond that we're going to go. I mean, I don't know that it's even going to do that. This is just a guess. I would think that we'd rebalance this massive move, and then, yeah, your guess is as good as mine beyond that. Yeah, user, I thought we were going to at least take London and then make this move lower, but it just died out. Going long? I'm honestly fighting off a cold right now, man. I feel like crap. Sinuses are on fire. Call me Chris one more time. What am I using? What do you mean? Talking about what platform is this? Yeah, Trey, I think, yeah, this is TradingView right here. I'm charting on TradingView. I execute on Tradeovate. But yeah, the firm that I'm trading with is Apex. Trading Apex this week. Traded TPT last week. Apex this week. TPT fundeds last week. Apex evals also. I took some eval trades last week trying to build up these Apex PAs. Asking about the program. Yeah, Apex is what I'm trading this week. Trying to get to 20 PAs, man. I'm working on it. Working on it. We're getting close. We're like six away or something to having 20. 2 days from a max payout, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, NDY. I'm streaming on YouTube right now too. It's a more full chart view if you want to check that out. Christian Trades Live. That's the name of the channel. Yeah, 20 PAs. That's what I want to do a series where I have 20. Once I have 20 total, building all those up at the same time and then taking a max payout. I feel like that would be kind of a cool thing to do, like a cool little series to do. There's another guy I follow, Slade Trades, on TikTok on here, and he's been doing that. He just took I think he just took like a 20K payout on all 20 of them. But I want to do the full 40. I want to try that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Greetings from Colombia. Nice, man. All right, Nora, take it easy. Have a good day at work. I'm copy trading them. Yeah, I'm copy trading them. Bullish or bearish today? I would say bearish, man. I think that we're going to try to rebalance this massive move that we got on Friday. I think we're going to potentially come down here, but who knows? We're going to wait and see. Today is going to be a really we're going to keep our risk really low today. Probably only trading like 3 micros, to be honest. I'm going to get a drink. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yeah, Powell's he's kind of a clown in my opinion. He was screwing with people. Even in that presser on Friday, he was like just teasing it. Either shut up or be straightforward. That's my thing about it. Don't sit there and him and haw about what you think we might do, what we're thinking about doing. Either do it or don't. Shut up and do it. Like I don't part of me feels like he just loves the attention. Yeah, he's edging all. Exactly. Hey, Mary, how's it going? Looking forward to September, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping for... I mean, August has been a decent month for me overall. I've had a couple of rough days here and there, but overall in the month I'm doing well, but I think we can do better in August. We'll see, though. Trey, we're looking for an A+ setup, man. We would like to. We're not going to force anything, though. If nothing good presents itself, we're not going to take a trade. I thought I had something good pre-market, and it started to turn around on me pretty quick, so I closed out of it before I let it hit my stop, and I'm glad that I did because it would have been a bigger loss than I took. I appreciate that, Jaden. Yeah, I hope that got you a good discount. 80% off, I think. I'm not bullish. I think that we're going to want to rebalance this major move from Friday. Nice. Yeah. It's hard to beat those evals with Apex. I don't trade the orb case. A lot of the guys that follow me and that trade, like in the Discord and stuff, they do trade that strategy, and they have great luck with it. And not luck, they have great success with it. So, yeah, Trey, I don't usually trade Mondays either, but we had some news at 10, some orange folder news at 10, so I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe we could get some decent volume. 10. So I thought maybe I've noticed though that when we have a day like this where we get this massive move, the following trading day is typically not the best. But we'll see. I didn't trade or I didn't stream on Friday, so I figured I would stream today just because I didn't want to. Felt kind of bad about not streaming on Friday. Simon. I don't trade the orb. I don't do that. A lot of guys in the Discord and in the chat here, they do trade the 15-minute orb, and they, some of them have great success with it. I personally don't do it. What I'd like to see entry wise, you can pass in one day, Aaliyah. Yeah, you can pass on Apex. You can pass the accounts in one day. You can pass the eval in one day. What I'm looking for an entry on this would be I'd like to see maybe a sweep of London high and then a move down. So we would get a move higher into London, and then hopefully we'd get a V-shaped recovery similar to this, with gaps similar to this, and then a retest, and then I'd take a short just like you would here, like this move right here. I'd try to catch something like that down, hopefully to the rebalance of maybe even to the lows down here. What time am I on? This is the 15 right here. What's up, Zach? How's it going, man? Yeah, Amir, I think it could. That's kind of what I'm looking for today. I'm looking for a rebalance of this move from Friday down here to these lows. I don't know if it'll take the whole imbalance out, but we'll see. I don't know if it'll rebalance the whole thing, but we'll see. Robert, this is NASDAQ futures. We bounce back and forth between NASDAQ and S&P. Are you just being ignored? What'd you say? You didn't say anything, bro. We're about to hit a daily IFVG. Assuming stacked low resistance draws to the upside. Yeah. We are, there's an inversion right there. We're trading into this 4-hour. That's why I don't know if we'll get the full move. I do think it'll come lower, but we'll see. We'll see. Kind of just going to take what price gives us. Yeah, I didn't see your message, Straddle. What'd you say, man? What's up, Zion? Zion? Is that how you say it? Zion? Zone? Good morning, man. Yeah, I am bearish. But, I'm kind of just going to be patient and see what it gives us. I don't, I like to have a bias in mind, but I don't marry it. I'm flexible. What's the question? Yeah, it's not popping up on my screen if you're asking something. I appreciate that, Isaiah. Make sure you're paying attention, though, man. Don't miss out on any good information from your teachers. Gotta get those good grades. I only day trade. Yeah, I mean I invest, but I don't try to do anything similar to this. I just long-term investments. I do that, but yeah, I don't do any swing trading. I do long-term investments, which I don't touch. Like I'll invest and then leave it, set it and forget it. Yeah, London's not bad, man. If that's what you're saddled with having to trade, I honestly have had good success trading London when I've had to do it. I've had my summer schedule earlier this year didn't allow me to trade New York AM, so I was trading the London session, and I had some good success with it. Yeah, I don't like to try to predict. I mean, it would be nice to be able to do that, but I feel like if I get a bias, if I marry the bias too heavily, then I end up screwing myself. This is the session indicator that I use. We had a where was it? We had this sweep and then this recovery, and then we had a 5-minute gap in here. Let's see if I can mark it. We had a 5-minute in there that inverted, and on the touchback of that inversion, I opened the trade, and when I saw it start to fail, I got out of it pretty quick. I thought we were going to at least target these swing highs. Optimistically, I was hoping we'd target London highs, but we didn't. Probably not the most ideal trade to take, but there was 3 or 4 different confluences I was trading off of. Yeah, Christopher, if, the indicator I just showed it is the ICT kill zone and pivots right here. If you go to the Discord, I have all the specific settings for all the indicators I use in there. I appreciate that, Isaiah. Have fun at school, man. Tyler, that would be ideal. Yeah, I'd like to see a sweep of. I mean, this is a huge move up at this point, but what I really would like to see is a sweep of a major liquidity level before I get interested in taking a trade. I am a Christian. Yeah, definitely. New week. Last week was my best trading week to date. Looking forward to carrying the momentum. Nice. Dylan, you got to open it in browser. Like when you click on the thing, I'll send you the Discord link in the chat here. But when you go to the link tree, you got to open link tree in browser, so it's not like through the TikTok app, and then the link will work that way. But I'll send it to you directly here in the chat. Trying to figure out why TikTok's not allowed, or I mean, YouTube has my comments turned off for some reason. There we go. That should be good. Tyler, we're pretty much in the middle of the range here. We haven't swept any sort of major level. This London low is basically from, I mean, just in terms of my session indicator, it just ended. So this is technically the London low from 6:30. So we haven't even swept that. So I wouldn't be interested right now in paying attention to any SMTs or anything like that. I want to see what I look for is a sweep of a major level, V-shaped recovery, creation of a gap, typically on the 5-minute or higher, a retest of that gap, price to respect that gap, and then a clear draw on liquidity. Parker, I like that attitude, man. I like that attitude. Hey, Daniel, you can trade whatever you like, man. I've had great success with it. Whatever works for you. ICT ain't it. I can tell you this. I've been doing this long enough now. Still new. 2 years and 8 months, but long enough to know that any trading style can be successful as long as you have discipline and the proper psychology. Risk management, discipline, proper psychology, those things are far more important than what strategy you trade. Do you trade micros? Yeah, on my fundeds I do. And I don't focus on RR. I focus on proper entries and draws on liquidity. And if you have a proper entry and a clear draw on liquidity, your RR is going to take care of itself. Yeah, Tamra, we're inside of a bullish 4-hour right here. We got a daily inversion below us here. So we're just kind of, it's a wait and see stance that we have right now. Yeah, I did. What I had to do, QT, was I now use Streamlabs desktop, and then I'll activate on Streamlabs desktop, I activate the virtual webcam. And then when I go to the TikTok studio for my camera source, I select the Streamlabs virtual webcam. And if I do it that way, I don't get that restriction thing anymore. If I do it directly through the TikTok studio with my browser and my webcam, it for some reason every time gives me a restriction notice. So try that out and see if it works. Yeah, it's super weird. This is the 15 right here, 15-minute. I'm trading with Apex today, M&O. You can see it, this background, whatever time frame I'm on, it'll tell you. There's the 5-minute. There's the 15. Is Webull a good broker? Well, if you're not, I don't think you can use prop firms through Webull. If you're trading prop firms, you got to use. I would trade prop firms. If you're new to this, if you haven't been like continuously taking payouts for at least 9 to 12 months, I would not be trading your personal capital. You're gonna get smoked, most likely. I'd be trading prop firms. If somebody's willing to give you capital to trade with for very little amount of money, that's the way to do it. I'm trading with Apex. Apex trader funding is what I'm trading with today. There's a bunch though. There's a bunch of different ones that are great. Limited number of payouts. What do you mean by that? There's a max that you can withdraw at one time. It's 2,000 on the 50K accounts for the first 5, and then you could pull all of it out after that. I've never heard of a max number of payouts, though. Yeah, I think after 30 days they supposedly do, but I haven't. Recently, I haven't heard of many people getting moved to live fundeds with Apex. Yeah, I've never held a Apex PA for more than 5 payouts, so I've only been taking like significant payouts for the past like 4 months. So I'm still relatively new to it, and I haven't held the same PA longer than like 3 payouts. Yeah, MNO, that's exactly right. Yeah, and you got to pass an evaluation, and then you get a funded account. Yep. Do they take a tax cut? They take a percentage after what is it, $20,000 of payouts, something like that. Yeah, but I mean, typically you're going to burn the account before you even get there. So most of the time you're taking 100% of what you're making. It's an 80-20 split, I think. First college class at 8 a.m. sharp. Nice, Nate. Where are you going, man? What school are you in? Community college. There you go. I did that for 2 years, and then I transferred to a university, man. I think that's a smart way to do things. UT Austin. Nice. And you got a 9 a.m. class? Is it 9 a.m. or 8 a.m.? Can I pass an account in 2 days? Apex, you can pass in one day. Take Profit Trader, it's 2 days, so it's 1,500 each day. Those are the two firms that I trade right now. But Apex, you can pass in one day. It's a $3,000 target profit target. You could pass that in a day. They allow you to do that. Some of the firms, most of the firms do make you have a consistency of, at least 2 days. Take profits 2 days. Top steps I think is 5. Yeah, so you can hit your target profit with TPT. I should definitely clarify that. Thanks, Zach. With TPT, 50K accounts. Make sure I'm giving you the exact correct information so that I'm not misquoting their rules here. So, hang on, I'm pulling it up. Make sure I'm not flashing my info here. So with TPT, you have to trade for 5 days, but you can reach your target profit in 2 days. So the target profit is no one day can be more than 50% of your 3K payout. So technically, 2 days you can hit your target profit, but you still have to trade for 5 days. That's what they make you do. So basically, let's say you hit your target profit in 2 days, you have to open and close a trade for the next 3 days, 3 trading days, to meet the standard for that rule. So it's still going to take you 5 days to pass the account. I think that's the most simple way to explain that. Top Step changed their rules. Yeah, I haven't traded with them in a while. That's what it was last time I traded with them. Would I say that Apex is the best prop firm? Depends on what your criteria for that are. Criteria for that are. They're the best in terms of scaling. They allow you to have 20 funded accounts at once. No other firm right now lets you do that. In terms of rules, they're definitely not the best. They have intraday trailing, which is not ideal. I mean, you can get used to it pretty quickly, but for some people, it's really tough. But in terms of scaling, it's definitely the best. Take Profit Trader, they allow daily payouts. I mean, all the firms have different pros and cons to them. You got to find which firm works best for your trading style, for your technique. What is intraday trailing? So let's say you are in a trade, right? And it goes up $1,000. You keep holding that trade, and the trade comes back to you where you're only up $500, and you close it. So you take a $500 profit. That max profit, you were up $1,000. That $500 difference counts against your drawdown. So even though you made $500 on that trade, you were at one point up $1,000, and that extra $500 goes against your drawdown. So that kind of sucks. So it kind of encourages you to not allow trades to come back on you. Encourages you to kind of, the downside is you end up closing some trades early. But if you're disciplined and you pay attention, you can get used to that pretty quickly. No, man, I don't sell a course. I'm not a course seller. I just do these lives. What's one step you should accomplish as a beginner? The education, man. Learn as much as you can for free on YouTube and watching streamers. Make sure you're watching people who are actually, being disciplined and executing a strategy that's repeatable. Yeah, the hardest thing for most traders, the reason most people fail isn't because they don't know how to read the charts and that they don't know how to take good trades. It's that they cannot get a grip on their psychology. So which indicator? The fair value gap one? Right there. Thoughts on TJR? He's a funny dude. He's a character, man. Recommend for beginners, My Funded Futures or Top Step. Either one's good. I think Top Step, I haven't traded, or My Funded Futures doesn't have an activation fee right now, right? They got some deal going on like that. I can't remember what it is. I don't trade with them, so I don't keep track of all that. But I think My Funded Futures has some good deals going on. Do I trade at the opening? I don't trade right at it. No. I don't like, just see the direction it's headed and then jump in. I'll wait for a setup. Got to wait for a setup. What's up, Danny? Jalen, what's good, man? Yeah, this 15 also, and this is a 15-minute chart right here. I made that mistake earlier, pre-market though. I took an inversion, and immediately it bounced back on me. I closed it out. It was up here somewhere, right up here. I'm not familiar with the candle scalping strategy. Let's have a day, Nathan. Let's do it, man. Appreciate the gift, Danny. Max, I think that we're going to try to rebalance this move from Friday. That's what I would imagine that we're going to do. We're going to just wait and see what the market wants to give us, though. We got plenty of good news to trade off of this week, scheduled economic news. So we're not going to blow our wad today. We're going to try to keep risk pretty light and make sure that we're taking really good setups and not just jumping in. Nice, man. Up 50. Yeah, better than what I'm doing. Down 75 right there. forexfactory.com. I'll put it in the chat. Got market open here in 2 minutes. This is NASDAQ futures. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate it. What's up, Zachary? How's it going, man? I came across it. I watched a series on YouTube, the ICT 2022 mentorship, and then I actually came across a guy on TikTok, PJ Trades, who was trading very similar strategy, and I ended up joining his premium Discord, and learned a lot in there, man. Learned a lot. Mostly, he helped me with my psychology tremendously, but he trades very similar to how I trade, similar setups, and kind of gave me the reinforcement of feeling like, yeah, I'm on the right track here. Yeah, PJ's the man. He helped me tremendously. I'm waiting for Tristan, Buddha. Tristan's got to get in here with the verse of the day, man. What did he do to help with psychology? Just watching his example, man. Watching how calm he was and how disciplined he was by not feeling the need to take a trade every single day, or, making sure that the trade that you're taking, you actually have a good reason to take it. I would take way too many trades in a day, man. My number one problem before I started making money was I would probably take 10 or 15 trades in a day. And that's not what you want to be doing. So here's market open. Let's see if we get a sweep and then a move down, or if it just wants to pump higher. John 16:33. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Amen. Amen. I like you picking up Tristan's slack there, Heath. Appreciate that. Speaking of PJ, he's got a free. His YouTube is just his name, PJ Trades. He's got I think he's streaming for free live on YouTube today at 10:30 Eastern time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. No, I appreciate that, Heath. That was good. A little manipulation and then a move here, or is this the manipulation? Yeah, definitely recommend checking that out. Unfortunately, I'm going to be headed to class around then, so. Jace, I think we're bearish, but we're just going to wait and see what the market wants to give us. I think we're bearish. I think we're bearish because I think we want to rebalance this move from Friday, but we shall see. Right now, it's just doing its thing. Yeah, Danny, in person. In person. Studying economics. Economic major, Japanese minor, double minor, Japanese and real estate. Accounting. Yeah, that's great, man. That's one of the best degrees you can get. Arigato gozaimasu. How long long you been trading? 2 years and 8 months and 25 days, around there. Not exactly, but pretty much that, almost exactly. Biological science, nice. In a business school. You do well at my school, man. That'd be a good major at my school. I'm at UNC, so that's like, the sciences are big here. What's up, Jay? Graduated with a degree in business administration and management. Nice. I spent some time in your neck of the woods down there towards UF, man. Hola, buenos dias. What am I doing now? We're just kind of waiting. Appreciate the gifts there, man. We're just waiting to see what Price wants to do. It's the first 4 or 5 minutes right here of market open, so we're not jumping to anything. We're waiting for a sweep of a major level. We'd like to see London highs get taken and then maybe a move lower. How you doing, Jay? How are those fundeds? Has a crazy swim team. I did not know that. I know they got a crazy women's lacrosse team. I went and watched a game last year. They were balling. They invest pretty heavily in their sports here, man. The facilities here are super nice. Boys on a full ride to UNC for soccer, sick. The girls played a game yesterday. They won. ¿Cómo estás? No español. Bien, et tu? Something like that. Because the algorithms kicked on for London session. And for some reason, see how people wonder why I put my indicator an hour before. I think their official market open is actually 3 a.m. Eastern time, pretty sure. But I set it to 2 a.m., and that's exactly why. I'm pretty sure that's when they turn their algorithms on, and then that's why you got immediately that move lower to take out Asia, and then it kept pushing. My mom just texted me. She's watching. Said that one of her friends had a full ride to UNC to swim. That's kind of cool. Did not know that, Mom. What's your monthly P&L? I think right now I'm sitting at right around 8,000. Just shy of 8,000. That's on 12 Apex accounts and 14 Apex accounts that I just added Friday. But for most of the month, that was 12 Apex accounts and 5 take profit accounts. I have 20 total Apex accounts right now. 6 of them are evals. Trying to pass those and get all 20 of them funded. Good morning, Christian's mom. Yeah, combined. No, combined. Not on each. Combined, AK. Combined. What's the max contract you place at once per account? I don't like to go really higher than 5 micros per account. My rule is 1 micro for every 500 to drawdown. But really, even if I have more drawdown available, I don't typically go much higher than that. I don't see a point because I'm only trying to make $250 per account per day. That allows me to take a max payout every 8 days on Apex. So it keeps my risk small, keeps my losses small, and allows me to take max payouts. Because typically my RR is good. I don't focus on that, but just based on my entries and where my drawn liquidities are, My RR is, I think my profit factor is ridiculous. It's like a 4.2 or something. So my RR is pretty decent. Yeah, you're right. But think one payout from one account covers all that. Yeah, 2K for activations, but one payout from one account covers all that. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I'm live on there right now. It's Christian Trades Live. Edison, I just saw your message. What do I think out of my 2 years of that I've learned is key to trading and being profitable? Patience and, I mean, overall psychology, but more specifically inside of that psychology, I'd say patience and having a short memory, having a very short memory, having a goldfish memory. If you have a bad day, forget about it. Learn from it. Make sure you document it and you figure out what you did wrong. But when you get on the charts the next day, don't be sitting there thinking, I got to make that money back, or, man, I made this move yesterday. I really screwed up. You got to learn from it and move on. And don't be sitting there. The worst thing you can do is think, I lost 500 yesterday. I got to make 500 today. That'll get you in trouble. Just focus on taking good setups. Does TPT have an activation? They don't right now with the code NOFEE40, I think is what the code is. It's around $109 for a 50K account, and that includes the activation fee. No, Apex doesn't have an app. My screen cuts off the chart. What are you trading? This is NASDAQ futures, Ryan. I do bounce back and forth between ES and NASDAQ. Yeah, I can't chase. You don't. I trade through a platform called Tradeovate, which allows you to sign into your prop firm account, and it has all of your different prop firm accounts. And you can create a group, and it'll copy trade all of them together if you do that. Edison, ICT 2022 mentorship on YouTube, free. Also, T Trades has a series, T Trades, like T, like the letter T. Trades. He has a series called Foundation. I think that is a great series. Yeah, Ja. He's a lot more easy to listen to and easy to understand, in my opinion, than ICT. But ICT has great concepts. This is NASDAQ futures, Jason. Yeah, I do trade ICT concepts mixed with order flow and you know, I read the order book on Tradeovate, and I'm working on Bookmap. I'm trying to incorporate that into my strategy, but I'm trying to use more order flow as well. Trading ES on first day of funded. Be careful with it. Keep that risk low, man. It's a long. You're in a marathon, not a sprint. Remember that. My first two fundeds, I had it activated at the same time. I blew them within the first like 2 trades. Don't be like me. That was so demoralizing, dude. Stupid. But I learned from it. Yeah, exactly, Zach. 0.5%. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you're in a good spot then, Jason. Blew your first one a day away from a payout. Damn, that's rough. I think alpha is very, very good. It depends. I don't know that you can necessarily say that any one firm is the best in the game. I think that alpha has a lot of really good attributes that make it one of the top firms currently. I just don't think you can match the ability to scale 20 funded accounts at a time. I mean, uh, that's why I like Apex. I think that they have some rules that are really crappy that make it hard for some people, depending on your trading style. But for me, I think they're great. I really do. Ja, DM me, man. You're not going to bother me. Might take me a little bit to respond, but you're not going to bother me, bro. Yeah, I do have a Discord. Links in the chat right there. How do I journal? I have a screenshot that would probably help you better than I could explain it, but you basically explain why you took the trade, what confluences you were basing your trade off of, what your sizing was, what you were feeling emotionally, what you were feeling physically. Believe it or not, that actually plays a role into it, because I've noticed that when I go on tilt or I take bad trades, that there was some sort of physical sign that I was feeling that I didn't pay attention to, like my ears would get hot. Weird things like that help you, kind of helps you learn yourself better, so that going forward, like if you start to feel that, you can be like, oh wait, that's not good. I have that feeling. So I like to screenshot the trade also. Heart rate, yeah, heart rate increasing, yeah. Waiting for a sweep. Right now we're just in the premium of this range. We're pushing off of this. We're in the middle of a 4-hour bullish gap right here. And we got a 4-hour bearish gap right above it. What I'd like to see is London get taken and then we get a push lower, but we could just get a dump and I just don't get a trade. And that's perfectly fine. It's not ideal, but it's better than taking a trade that's crappy and losing more money. Just past 20 PA Apex. Very nice, man. That's my goal. How do you go about trading them? I'd keep your sizing small. How do you go about trading them knowing that? Don't focus on that. You got to think you're trading one account. Just treat it like you're trading one account. It's easier said than done, but that's how you got to look at it. Keep your sizing small, man. You're only going with Apex. If you have 20 PAs and you're taking a max payout on each, you can build that account within 18 days of you activating those 20 accounts. Within 18 days, you can take a max payout if you're only doing about $250 a day, $250 a day per account. And you can do that easily. Trade 3 to 5 micros, shoot for $250 a day, and then you're going to take a $40,000 payout within 20 days of activating those, barring no major losing days. So just don't push it. Keep your sizing small, and just imagine that you're only trading one account. How hard did the taxes hit? They hit. How do you pass more than one count? Do you pass it by whatever you're comfortable with, Ahmed? If your psychology isn't the best when you're copy trading, then just shoot for one account at a time. But if you've consistently been passing, go ahead and copy trade them. Maybe if you're trying to do 20, maybe copy trade 5 of them at a time, or copy trade 10 of them at a time. Just, trying to find a system that works for you in your psychology. How much does it cost? It's about $40 for the 50K eval, and then 140 to activate. So you're looking at, let's call it 200 per account. So a decent amount, but one payout from one account basically covers all that. Just fundeds for right now, Talk. Once I get to the point of being consistent for at least 9 to 12 months of taking sizable payouts, I think I'll take a portion of my payouts and put it into a personal brokerage. But for right now, I don't try to pretend that I'm some guru over here making millions. I'm not. I'm still new, just like you guys to an extent. So I don't want to risk personal capital yet. Yeah, see, yeah, you can, and that's what I do. You can copy trade your evals and your PAs, your fundeds at the same time. Do you trade? Yeah, I wait for the retest, but I do trade them. Yeah, I mean, depends on the whole setup. That's one confluence, a part of the trade that is added to the equation when I'm deciding whether to take a trade. I did, Hunter. I did go through PJ's courses. Yeah, he's got some good quality stuff in there. I think the biggest benefit to being in his premium, though, is watching him trade live and learning the discipline, witnessing the discipline that he has and the psychology that he executes on a daily basis. I think that's the biggest benefit. He's very psychologically disciplined. Doesn't revenge trade. Doesn't get greedy. Doesn't feel the need to always be in a trade. Yeah, Danny, I was in his premium probably from the time close to the time that it started for a while. I think I stopped, when I started doing this on my own, I kind of stopped doing his stuff because I didn't want it to look like I was piggybacking off of him. Probably I've talked to him. I have his number. We talk. So, he's fully on board with me doing this, but I still felt like I didn't want to step on his toes. So I didn't want to also be in his premium and be doing my own thing. But I'm still in his Discord and we still talk and we're still good friends. So I have live traded with him plenty of times. This price action is not it right now, man. Would you say trading funded accounts is good even while having a lot of experience? I think there's benefits to both. There's tax benefits to trading personal capital versus prop firms. Also, obviously, you have direct access to your money almost immediately when you're up. But if somebody's willing to basically give you money to trade with, which is what prop firms basically are, I think I would still do both. I think most people that trade personal capital, at least the ones that I pay attention to, they also trade prop firms. I feel like you have some good parents. I do have some great parents. You're in a long here, Tristan? Yeah. PA is not my deal right now. TMA on YouTube? TMA YouTube? What's TMA? You did the opposite of what I was saying to pass the account. Heck yeah, man. Highly recommend doing that. Parquet worked? Nice, man. Glad that helped. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I don't know why TikTok is like that. The moving average. I'll check that out. I'll check him out. I appreciate that, Jimmy. I always like looking at different people. Am I natty? Currently, yeah. Yeah, for the past, since July of last year, basically, yeah. I'm on TRT, but that's it. I do live close to campus, yeah. I need to put more time into it, Zach. I haven't, man, with school. School is really uh, taking up my time, which is the most important thing right now. But I'm planning to do more with it. But I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. Angelo, this is Nasdaq futures. How many days do I work out in a week? Typically take Sunday off, but I work out. I try to work out every other day besides that. Danny, we started last Monday, so today's the start of the second week. I appreciate that, John. I do appreciate that, man. I'm glad it's doing what you want. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, Hunter. Just gives you you feel right. You feel more normal. You don't feel tired all the time. You don't feel like your mood. You don't have these big mood swings. You sleep better. Um, you don't hold on to as much visceral fat. There's news. There's news at 10. We got new home sales, orange folder news at 10. I wasn't live. Mostly I wasn't. It's because I wasn't live on Friday. Uh, Autism. I wasn't live on Friday, so um, I just felt like hop on here and spend some time with you guys. Yeah, price action is definitely not the move right now. I would definitely agree with you on that. Haven't golfed in a month. I bet, dude, your back is probably lit. Yeah, Zach, homework all weekend, man. Had to write a paper. Had to do a lot of studying for Japanese. I got a quiz today, a dictation quiz. How do you keep yourself alert? Do you take in? Yeah, I do. I do, man. Yeah, I start the day with a what is it called? A Toccato? No, that's not the right word for it. It's basically a half and half. So half espresso, half milk. Cortado. Cortada. Have I ever been to Japan? No, but I think I'm doing a study abroad summer over there next year. What made me do that Japanese? Um, well, I want to go to law school, uh, and I wanted to put something on. I wanted to have something on my transcript that was different than just the normal, Spanish, French, uh, something different. And I actually like the Japanese culture a lot. So, um, yeah, it was just really interesting to me. Yeah, we'll see what this news does here in 3.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Still drinking the what? Oh, dude, yeah, 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 man. It's magnesium, so it's magnesium and a bunch of other vitamins and stuff in there. Magnesium, potassium, B6, rose petal extract. I mean, it's got some good stuff in it. Monk fruit. Yeah, I need to get them to sponsor me. Target. I got some Japanese for you, Chance. Price depends on what news it is, and what the uh, like how drastic the changes versus what its expectations are, but typically, yeah, it's immediate. You'll see in the next minute. This is orange folder news, so it might not have much of an effect at all. But red folder news, especially like CPI or something, bro, you will see a massive. I mean, this wick right here was from Powell basically hinting at a rate cut. So you can see that here. I'll go to the 1 minute chart. This is the 1 minute. I mean, you had what size is this? And I know price or news is coming here shortly, but 226 point jump in 1 minute. So yeah, it's typically pretty immediate. Yeah, Jose, I do, yeah. Correct. TPT you cannot. Apex you can. You have to wait 1 minute before and after news on Take Profit Trader. Gabe, this is the 5 minute. You can see it in the background. See it right here. It'll whatever I change it to, that'll show you. Yeah, man. Catalina wine mixer. You working today, Chance? I appreciate those follows. Appreciate you guys. There's news. A little bit of a jump. I didn't even have the website pulled up. I need to get on my shit here. About to get a load of asphalt. Nice. You eating right now, Tristan? On that long? New home sales better than forecast. Nice. By a lot. By a lot. By almost 20,000. I'm not in, man. I'm not in. I got to see a sweep first. Just hit TP. Nice. What do you mean, see? How do I look at the 1 hour? You mean like how? What are my thoughts on it? That's the 1 hour right there. Looks like we just went up and hit that gap and pushed right off of it. You got to. I'll shoot you a DM, QT. I'll follow you real quick so I can shoot you a DM. You requested, yeah. I just requested to follow you. I'll shoot you a DM and explain. All right, Chance. Enjoy that asphalt. Hey, you got a first football game today, bro. Was it TCU they're playing? Not a great day to trade after price huge move. Typically, yeah, that's been my observation is when you get a huge move like this, the following trading day is not the best. But it's not always the case. Yeah, Aaron Parka in here too. He was trying to stream and run into the same issue you're talking about, and I shot him a DM and explained it to him. He said it's working for him, so I don't know why it works, but it does. It's that time of year, Nathan. It's my favorite time of year, man. I'm not a huge football guy, believe it or not, but I just love this time of year, man. It's because of the pumpkin spice lattes, mostly. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Although I do like a pumpkin spice latte. It's hard to go wrong. I played baseball, man. I played baseball. Yeah, that was my sport. Played all through high school. Probably would have played longer if I'd kept my nose clean, but did not keep my nose clean. Literally and figuratively. Oh, definitely going to be watching and going to games here with old Billy Boy running the show. Yeah, see, yeah, I'm a recovering addict, man. Yep, been clean from drugs for going on 13 years and sober from alcohol for 3 years and 8 months. God is definitely good, man. Down 3K? No, bro. That's rough. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. 32. Thanks, Jose. I appreciate that. Working on quitting drinking myself, it's tough. It's probably, I mean, in my opinion, it's one of the tougher things because you can get it anywhere. You just hop over to the store and it's so normalized. So it's definitely a struggle. So I'm going to pray for you because it is tough. Let's get this London sweep in a reversal here. Appreciate that, Matt. Appreciate that. Bush Light was mine, Heath. Or excuse me, Bush Ice. That was my. If I was drinking beer, that was my beer choice. Mostly because it was cheap and got the job done. Is there a way to set two different TPs on Top Step? I don't remember how to trade on Top Step X, but typically you can just you set a limit for if you're on a long. You just for whatever you're in. Like let's say you're in for 5 minis, you can set a limit for like 2 minis to take a partial. That's typically how that works. This is Nasdaq. Yeah, there's a small little SMT. We still, again, we want to see a sweep of a major level before. I mean, for my strategy, before I'll get involved, I want to see a sweep of a major level. No, can't set. Okay, Jay's trading with Top Step, so he's got an answer for you. No, you can't apparently set more than one TP. What's up, Maya? Good morning. Yeah, that's kind of wild that you can't. You can set limits. Okay, yeah, that's what I would think. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's you just like right click and do it right, and how you do it. Like if you're in for 5 micros, you would right click and sell 2 or 3 micros or whatever. Anything under 5. Yeah. What time frame do I use? This is the 15 right here. I don't marry a time frame. I bounce around. I like to get confluences from the major or directional bias from the major time frames. Like this is the 4 hour. We're pushing out of this 4 hour bullish gap. I like to use those to kind of get an idea of where price is going to have the most pressure, and then drop down to the lower time frames to look for an entry point. I typically look for entries anywhere from the 5 down to the 1, sometimes even the 30 second, but that's more rare. My London number is 23 568 50. Your perception on life is so genuine. You're helping hundreds of people. I hope you know, my friend. I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that. It means a lot. Nice, Nathan. I had to edit this one. I don't. I think the ICT kill zone typically starts it like it has some different defaults, so I had to kind of tweak it a little bit. So that's cool that the one that you're using actually sets it the way that I do. I copied this from PJ Trades. This is who gave me these settings. Yeah, the 2 a.m. Ibrahim is when the Ibrahimovic. Are you a soccer fan? Is when the algorithms for London typically get turned on. Like, that's my theory, and I think it's pretty substantiated by things like this. Like, you can see as soon as this 2 a.m. hit, price just started dipping. So something happened. Something happened at 2 a.m. right there. So that's why I mark out my time frames like that. Same with Asia. So I usually set it an hour before. New York AM I set for 8:30 or 8 o'clock. I think some people have True Open set for 8:30. You can see it right here. So it marks out right there. So it's just different. The theory is that there's when algorithms or machines or whatever they are, they get turned on and start actually throwing volume into the market. I wish I had his skills. He's a baller, man. Is he even still playing? That used to be my team when I played FIFA. What is it, Paris Saint-Germain or whatever? Probably butchering that. Yeah, I can put it back up. Also, Broda, or is it Buddha? Buddha. You can join the Discord, and I have these settings spelled out in there. You can screenshot that, though, if you want it. He retired 2 years ago? Yeah. I figured I'm getting old. I saw a 15-year-old debuted for Arsenal. That's wild. Both, John. I am a Christian, and my name is Christian. I don't watch soccer. No, I get all kinds of sports like news and highlights and stuff. I just enjoy seeing what's going on in the world. Hockey's my sport that I spend the most time watching. We got preseason that starts in, what is it, October 10th or something? It's first game. Yeah, I can send the Discord. The verse for the day was, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. John 16:33. Got to be from Vancouver. I'm not, man. I'm North Carolina, United States. Charlotte, yeah, you're not far from me, man. You're not far from me. They're actually they're doing pretty well, aren't they? They've been playing pretty well. John, I'd say get him on a paper account, man. Start. I'm sure he knows how to use YouTube. Get him on YouTube watching videos if he's interested, and then use a paper account to kind of practice what he's learning on the YouTube. Yeah, 8:30 or 8 o'clock is typically when the United States New York AM session bots theoretically turn on. That's I've heard people disagree with that, but there's something that happens at that time where price starts the volume increases in the market. I have mine set to begin at 8. Yeah, check out T Trades, John. I'll put it in the chat here. uh, T Trades, and he's got a series on there called Foundation, and then he's got another series called Education. Get him on those, and I think those concepts will probably. It's amazing how kids do seem to pick this stuff up pretty quick. So it's almost like a video game. Trade Foundation, or no, just Foundation. So T Trades is the channel. T Trades, I think I put T Trades, and then he has a series. You can go to his series tab, and it's just Foundation. Proverbs 21:5. Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to, dude, amen. Amen to that. Yeah, definitely check that out, John. I plan on doing what you're doing, man. When I start having kids, I want them to start learning this stuff pretty young. Sonny, this is NASDAQ futures. Not necessarily. It doesn't. The London session action doesn't necessarily forecast anything for New York, but sometimes there's correlation. But most of the time, from my experience, there's not. But you can pretty much, what you're gonna see a lot of times is, I turn the thing on here. What you'll see is, like you see this with the AM session here. So we had London lows, came down and swept and then push higher. Typically, that's kind of the moves you'll get. Theoretically, we'll get a sweep of Asia and London, or just London, and then you'll get a move lower. So the major levels, that's why they're important to mark out. That's where prices are drawn to. They're drawn to those major levels. Adopt me. I use the indicator, Jose, and then I use the Ray tool. All these settings are in my Discord. I have a video in there too explaining how to do it. What's up, Evan? How's it going? Ibrahim, right now I'm in Chapel Hill, so not too far from you if you're in Charlotte, 2 hours or so. I don't, John. I don't. I'm got all I can handle right now with school and trying to do this at the same time. Here's the link in the bio, Frank. Yeah, man. Bias right now is, I mean, clearly we're pumping long here, but what I'm wanting to see is this major level get swept, this London level, and then a reversal. I would like to see price from Friday get rebalanced. You know, all of this area to kind of get touched into, but we're just going to wait and see. We might not get a trade. I'm hesitant to take a continuation long on a Monday with only an orange folder news event. We got way too many good trading days coming up this week to risk losing a bunch of money today. Be a rough way to start the day. Thursday's looking juicy. Thursday and Friday. What am I studying? Economics is my major. You can do it the next trading day. see. So, like, if you passed it right now, you'd have to wait until 6 o'clock tonight or after 6 o'clock tonight for it to register. Then you pay the activation, and then um, immediately you can start trading at that point after 6 o'clock tonight. I wouldn't recommend doing that. I don't recommend trading Asia. I'd wait until the following morning, but you'll see it once you activate it after 6 p.m. You'll see it pretty quickly pop up in your thing. Carlo, yeah, we're looking for a sweep of a major level here, and then we're gonna hopefully take a short. That's what I would like to see. Nice, Tyler. Yeah. This is not Forex. This is NASDAQ futures. I got to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. I do not trade gold, no. Edging your TV. Are you at London High? Is that where your TP is? Are the rules for Apex reasonable? I don't know what your definition of reasonable is. To me, they are. Basically, they just want to make sure you're showing that you're a disciplined trader with a strategy, not just YOLOing trades or hedging. The intraday trailing's annoying, but other than that, yeah, I think they are pretty reasonable. Especially given the fact that they allow you to scale up to 20 fundeds at a time. I'm fighting off a cold right now, guys. I apologize. Yeah, once you hit the buffer on your funded, it goes away. For the payouts, you got to wait 8 days between payouts. 5 of those days, or you have to have 5 days of a profit of $50 or more. Until you reach your buffer, which is equivalent to your drawdown, you cannot trade more than half of your max contracts. So with 50K account, your max contracts are 10. So you can't trade more than 5 minis or 50 micros prior to reaching your buffer. You can't hedge, meaning you can't have one funded going one way, one funded going the other. Yeah, they let you trade news. Pretty crazy. How do they know if you're taking trades based on strategy? Because I don't really know. That's a great question. I guess they could just say, basically, if they think that you're just recklessly trading, they'll say, "Hey, can you explain to us why you took this trade?" And you can just say, "Hey, I saw a sweep of a major level, or I was looking at the order book and there was a ton of volume." I mean, you could come up if you're linguistically inclined, you can come up with some sort of bullshit excuse of why you took the trade. to be honest. No, I don't. I'll go ahead and say this since there's a bunch of people in here. I do not have another account. There are other accounts that pretend to be me. Unless I've told you that I'm going to DM you, which there's one person in here that I did say that to earlier. Unless I've explicitly said that I'm going to DM you, I will not reach out to you. I'm not going to ask you how your trading's going. Not going to do any of that bull crap. Not going to ask you how you're doing. Not that I don't care. I just don't do that. Yeah, report it if you can. TikTok doesn't do anything about it, which sucks. But I guess more people to report it. Maybe they will eventually. I saw that too, man. Yeah, I saw that too. But a couple different guys. They were requesting a couple million apiece. Yeah. I think Apex implemented the like strategy thing after those massive payouts, because they didn't used to do that. They didn't used to really say, "Hey, tell us your strategy." What's up, Apple? How's it going, man? I took a pre-market long. It was not ideal. I got out of it pretty quick. I didn't get stopped out. I just got out of it pretty quickly. Thought we were targeting London highs. Thought we had reached our low. Where was it? Right here. We had this candle swept, and then we inverted a 5 right in here. Right there. Inverted that 5. And then on that inversion, the touchback is where I opened it. And then immediately price just said, no, we actually do want to go lower. So I got out of the trade like right here. Took a little $71 hit. Not big, not bad. How am I feeling? Fighting a cold right now, man. And I got to jump off of here soon to go to class, unfortunately. But I can't complain. Max loss on the 50K is 2,500, Ernest. There's Tristan with the verse. We've had 3 verses now. Let's see what this one is. I love them. Proverbs 3 through 4. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and good name in the sight of God and man. Very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. So Matt, the way that it works, technically you're correct. It is fake money in a fake account, but the payouts are definitely real. So when you first get a funded account, yes, it's fake money. It's not actual money going into the market. You're still getting payouts on that as if it was real. And then if you take enough of those payouts, they move you to what's called a live funded account, which is real capital. It's real money, real market orders going in. So it doesn't really matter to me that it's not real. The payouts are real, just the same. So, you know, for the purposes of the user like me and you, it doesn't really make a difference. Sacred, I don't think so. I think London has some really good price action. And typically, like what I like to do is watch London sweeping one of the Asian levels, the Asia high or Asia low. And you can typically get pretty reliable movements at that point. So that's what I was kind of going off of. Yeah, it's a good question. The business model, they're making a killing off of people paying for evals and failing them. Also off of advertisements and things like that. But they're also taking a percentage of the real money that people are trading with their live funded accounts. They take a percentage of that, either 10% or 20%. So they're making a good amount off of that too. They're also selling the data to like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange and others to see what sentiment most traders have. They operate on those sorts of things. So there's all kinds of different revenue streams coming into the firms. So you participating in the trading is giving them something, giving them a product to sell. Nice, man. Yeah, I don't trade Asia. I'm not studying for a master's. No, I'm studying for my undergrad still. Uh, I didn't go back to school until 2 years ago, so I'm a junior. Yeah, see, Tyler, that's crazy. It's not about how many accounts it takes. It's Are you talking about with prop firms? Prop firms, retail traders aren't manipulating the market, in my opinion. The people who are manipulating the market are the Goldmans and the big firms that are doing that stuff. Those are the market movers. Yeah, banks, things like they're the people who they're putting in thousands of orders at a time, thousands of contracts. I mean, appreciate that, pal. Appreciate that. Christ is definitely king. Uh, Buddha, I would say in terms of the cheapest, Apex is the cheapest. If you're blowing evals left and right, Apex is going to be the cheapest eval around. I mean, there might be one or two that are cheaper, but I think they're right up there with the cheapest that you'll find. So I think that some of the rules can be tough for beginners, but in terms of just cost effectiveness, I think they are one of the cheapest. TP getting the edge, you're still holding. We did just invert that 5 a minute ago, so and there's a 15 in there that we inverted too. I think it's all up to you, Nate. You're going to learn. The amount that you're going to learn is based on what you put into it. My experience so far in college, I haven't obviously the first full fall semester here is the first like full semester. The first time I've been in an actual university. I was in community college before that, but I can already tell that it's what you put into it. So, you can skate by and not do any of the work, and you'll probably pass with a C or something. But if you're looking to actually learn, it's about what you put into it. Over 2.5 years. You can open a new account or you can pay for a reset. Typically, it's more cost effective to just open a new account. All right, guys, 10:30. I have to go to class, unfortunately. Wish I could stay on here with you guys. But I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I can trade longer because my first class doesn't start until noon. So, but I got to wrap it up for today. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys being here. Protect your capital. Don't take stupid trades. I agree with that, Tristan. Yeah, I agree with you. You guys have a good one. Have a great day. God bless you guys, and stay safe. Appreciate the gifts.